Cara Cruickshank. Welcome to Essential Stories, an independent grassroots docuseries and live roundtable discussions that give voice to people on the front lines of our world's most pressing social issues.
Call to action is as I said before, because of my lesson being a personal one, is to actually re-examine what we receive, the information we receive, and to make ourselves uncomfortable. I like what you said, because I was never going to have kids. I was like, that's just uncomfortable. I'll never do that. But 2 kids later, and it's extremely uncomfortable. But I realized that as I held my son in my arms, I was confronted with singing Hushabye Baby, which is a Eurocentric song. And I couldn't believe I was about to sing that crap. And I was like, well, why would I do that? And it forced me to check lullabies that in actual fact, we are the black upholders of white supremacy. We assist them in demoralizing ourselves. And so I created like a couple of little books. This is a Bushman story. So I have my own little books that my kids read, bedtime stories. And because of being uncomfortable. And so my call to action is to make yourself uncomfortable with issues that because we have a habit of avoiding rather than, being confrontational, because it's not our nature. The game of chess is we are the receivers of the attack. And so this is what I teach the kids at the school, that if you look at the finger pointing, you'll see that there are 3 fingers that are pointing back at you. And the problem with the finger pointer is racist and capital, and even the illusion of whiteness and blackness is just that, is that the system in charge has made us believe that we are different. We come from the same history that has been eliminated. And so the call is to find out that history. If you look at the map of the world, it's a fabrication. The sizes are complete bullshit. It's Africa is much bigger. South America is much bigger, but it's been put into effect and taught at every school. Every school. I mean, talk about fake news. This is what everybody believes, right? Even the biblical Adam and Eve is crap. I mean, that white folk look like they're from Sweden. Like, why is that fake news still there, right? News itself is just bad shit, like every day. Like, that's not news, it's bad news. Like, call it what it is, bad news, So it's like to examine these things and challenge ourselves that like the finger pointing is the problem, is actually this insecurity of very few people that need money for them to feel that they are better than who they are. And so for me, like this early on, you mentioned that it's much bigger. In actual fact, it's actually extremely small in the sense of the mentality. And once more people realize that the humanity at a global scale has power beyond what we're selling, And Dorsey mentioned, I think you were like 26 people you're employing, right? In your work. Like, that is for me what I aspire. I'm teaching kids, and I'm not going to send the kid to their institutions. There's something very wrong of me to do that when I left that institution. So it's like, how do we, from birth, sing our own songs to our kids? Connect to the God self within us so that we can write our own stories and tell our own stories to our kids in our own language. It's a language I speak in South Africa, is a Creole language called Kaps. And I was always taught I don't speak it. I shouldn't speak it in public. In fact, my ancestors, the Bushmen's teeth were knocked out by force, so they couldn't do the click sounds. And so when I tell my kids this history of this language, they feel proud about wanting to speak it, versus when my parents told me, like, don't speak that in front of big people because it's a horrible language. So it's like, how do you change?
Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel so that more people can hear these essential stories.